that even my expensive CO2 laser from another company can't do out of the box. When WeCreat added this to the Vision, they created a Tumbler Engraving beast. That said, there is still room for improvement by adding the ability to rotary attachment for the WeCreat Vision. So they actually have a really nice integrated rotary here. There's a locator pin which drops into that hole there, and then there's two screw holes in there that index this thing in the same place every time. So unlike some others where you have to set it on the bed and figure out where it's going to sit and square it up every time, this one really, it's just a matter of you drop it in that locator hole there, and then you take the screws or the bolts that are included and drop them in. Like so. And you don't have to over tighten them, it's just to kind of hold everything nice and level. Sorry about my arms being in the way. Okay, there you go. And then this plugs into this port right there. And it's keyed, so if you see that little indent there, it can only plug in one way, so you kind of turn it until it wants to fit, and then it plugs in, and just kind of tuck that out of the way. And your rotary is now installed. So I'm actually going to, this is just a cheap tumbler that I got from, I don't know, one of the local craft stores. And I'm going to use this for testing rather than burn through one of my good tumblers right off the bat. So we're going to set this on there and kind of hand snug that up. Because the whole assembly doesn't tip, when you're leveling, you're trying to level this up, but it's putting tension over here, so it's like it's racking it like that. So what would be nice is if this had some way to tip up and down as you're working with pieces that are not level or that are tapered or whatever. So I'm going to go, so if I go off the top is level, and then the taper is not. I'm going to leave it like that. A little bit of focus will take care of that. Let's bring it up just a little bit. Okay, that's it. That's good. All right, so we're back in MakeIt, and you can see that it took a screenshot of my tumbler, or a picture of my tumbler. One of the things you'll notice is I actually went in and I laid a board behind the tumbler so that there was some contrast. Otherwise, it was hard to pick out the extent of the tumbler, black tumbler on the black chip tray. So I took, this is actually one of the boards that they provided for camera calibration, and it fits nicely in the bottom. So I laid it in the bottom and reset everything up. So the first thing we want to actually do is come up here, and instead of laser flat, we want to go to laser cylindrical. And so what that does is it sets up the work area for cylindrical, and I am currently set at 272 millimeters diameter. I actually measured the diameter slightly down the taper so that it'll be a little bigger on the top, a little smaller on the bottom, but the center is pretty much where I was targeting. So that gives me my working area, and you'll see that I've got boundaries here to the left and to the right. And this is essentially my working area right in here. So what I'm going to do is, since it is Halloween, we are going to do a little Pennywise here. And I'm actually going to change his layer color just to make him easier to see. All right. So let's put one here. And I'm going to copy that and put one over here. And I want to try to space these so that they're kind of even. Okay, that looks about right. So let's look at the preview, and we're going to go to stainless steel tumbler. Look at that. I'm just looking at my spacing here versus my spacing here. It looks about the same, so I'd say we're right where we want to be. And yeah, let me just make sure. Yeah, that's the parts that I want to engrave away. So I think that looks good. And let's set our parameters here on the material. Grab my path, and I want stainless tumbler black. Confirm. And let's see what we've got. Let's just go with their settings. We'll go 305 at 100 and see what that looks like. 305, 100, 100. And let's go for broke. Yeah, I know. And let's send it. All right, so now we're actually going to see if we can work around the problem of the gap at the top, and we're actually going to turn the tumbler around. So let me see. The way I'm set up here for filming, it makes it hard for me to reach in there, but I should be able to, yeah. Trying to do this one-handed. Let's lower that down quite a bit. Okay. All right, again, I'm trying to do this around the camera, so bear with me. So let's go straight up. Okay. And refresh. Okay. So I want to go find a font. Okay, so we're going to take this font. Yeah, that works. Get font. Download. All right, so we grabbed a Google font. And let's see what we can do with it. Okay. And we want this to be 270. Go 270. And we're actually, so now this is where we're going to, no, we don't want to mirror it, we want to rotate it. So let's go ahead and rotate this 180. Okay, and I'm going to actually bring this in a little bit from the edge. And helps if I can grab the right box. And that's going to be a fill engrave. Let's see what that looks like. Let's make it a little wider. Okay, I think that's good. And then for the settings, so I had done 305 100 last time. I'm going to keep the speed the same. I'm going to back the power down to 80 and see if that prevents it from burning through. All right. It's going to check the diameter. Should be pretty close. All right, let's go for it. All right, so I'm not going to remove it because I want to do one more operation, I think. I can go 20 millimeters. Would be clear. Okay. So, I think I want to run a bunch of balloons to fill in that gap on the top now that I have the final frame of reference there. Okay, so I actually need, what do I need? 272. So file, document properties. Let's go 272 by 22. Okay. All right, so that's the size I have to work with. You know what? Let's pull this over here. Let's distribute them. Align and distribute. Okay. And align and bottom. Okay. And let's see, 180. Let's set this layer to ignore. All right. The WeCreat Vision is a game changer. It offers features that my pricey CO2 laser from another brand just can't match right out of the box. With the addition of something as simple as a fixed rotary mount, WeCreat has turned the Vision into a powerful tumbler engraving machine. But there is still room for improvement. First, extending the mount out by 2 to 3 inches could completely eliminate that no engrave area. allowing for a full wrap engraving in a single operation. And secondly, adding a hinge of some sorts to adjust the chuck's angle would help accommodate tapered designs. Right now, many users are opting for an adjustable cup holder that extends the tumbler out using a short piece of PVC to get past that no engrave zone. I've actually got a set of these on order, but unfortunately shipping delays meant I couldn't show them in this video. Now let's talk about the software. WeCreat MakeIt really simplifies the process of cylindrical engraving by providing a clear work area based on your part's circumference, plus the 3D preview lets you see exactly how your engraving will look when wrapped around your workpiece. So if you're looking for a versatile laser engraver and want to dive into the tumbler market, the WeCreat Vision and the new Vista are definitely contenders that you shouldn't overlook. Be sure to subscribe to the Tinkerverse and hit that bell to be alerted to other videos featuring the WeCreat Vision. If you're interested in purchasing a Vision or the new Vista from WeCreat, please consider using the affiliate link in the description below to help out this channel and allow me to continue to bring you new content. See y'all next time.